Hi guys, I'm ExactChaos and welcome back to another episode of Workers and Resources Soviet Republic. This is our lovely versus Stubby extension. And if you are interested in naming this new town or giving me an interesting story or idea of how it connects to versus Stubby, that would be quite awesome. We will be able to provide workers to lesser more effectively from over here, I think, depending on maybe not. Maybe some parts of lesser. If we run, actually, not at all. Well, through there. We'll go there. We go here. We come back. So absolutely, we will. We'll even be able to provide workers over here if we deem it necessary. This connection probably won't be used all that much. But anyway, we won't be doing another round of infrastructure planning in this episode because it's been a little bit intensive, I think. So we'll leave it here and we'll allow some works to continue. So I'm guessing one that can work straight away is this one. Are we seeing someone trying to go here? I think we may be. Yeah, we're definitely seeing someone going there. So we would like to assign construction for number 3, please. If we go 1, 3, yeah, Lisa, please make a start on the construction here. We could also assign the helicopters to start working on elements of this, I think. And I think we will do that for at least some of those items. What I will, the one thing I will do is I will tie this one in on this side as well. Just to make sure that we have the whole road network planned and ready when we get there. So let's do that. I might be a little cheeky and just build these two and also those two, just because it's easier if we don't have them stuck in the roundabout all the time. But we'll have the helicopter start building some stuff over here. We can at the same time, okay, I don't want to be spending, whoa. Are we doing more electronic imports? We had a look at this in just the last one. No, it's still the same. So it's food imports. There's some other imports that's coming in. We're having power imports? Interesting. I'm not too fussed with those things. But anyway, let's make a start on some of these items. For the rail. Our guys will be looping back, coming around. I can't. They can't get here. Okay. So we've got a little bit of a challenge on our hands with regards to the rail construction activities over here. So what we might do is we might leave that parked for a little while. You know what? The other thing I am very keen on doing is just getting started on the construction activity over here as well. It's going to be quite useful. So I'm going to pause it for a second. I'm going to do that and that. Okay. I'm going to fund the demolition, okay, of this. Right. It's going to be a little bit costly, but I'm going to fund it. Okay. We'll fund that demolition. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. We'll have to get rid of the little gravel road or dirt road that is left behind. Okay, so we'll do that. Okay, with that out of the way, we will come back. We'll clean that out and we'll get this extension planned as the methods of getting there. We will activate that. We will get the lesser construction officers to come and work on this one. And what we may do in the interim, just to make sure that we have kind of access for this, we might just grab ourselves a little bit of connectivity like that. So at least we still have access to it. But basically, that's what we're going to do for this section, provide access here. We may do another crossing at some point, though I would not. It's so busy on this slither of track, I won't necessarily want to do a lot of that. Okay, so we'll get that to start. We could get the very same. Actually, we can get the Cornoe Hills border crossings to start working on this one. And to be honest, if we are going to do that, sorry, I'm going to not do more planning, but we're just going to make sure we're facilitating a bit. Oh, the one thing before we do that, I just wanted to put in a small roundabout in here. So let's quickly do that, and then we'll go from there. So let's pull these back in all these directions just a little bit, right? Like so. And then I want to do a little roundabout, maybe like this. We have it from the center there. And we do, yeah, something like, ooh, actually, might be a little bit too far away. We did this one over here as well. And we did that. Is that okay? Yeah, I guess that's a fine. That is fine. So we'll trim this one and that one back, and we'll, get this all connected up. Okay, that's beautiful. And what we will do is we'll just tie it in normal style, but probably a little tighter than we do it normally. So we'll do maybe something like this over here. That's okay. So now let's have a quick look. We'll try and get all of this stuff sorted out. So if we did this and that, and I guess I can turn that around, right? Let's do this and that and that. That's maybe a little tight. So let's do this, that, do this, and that, right? And now we just need to turn them around. So if we said that one comes this way, that one goes that way, that one goes that way, that's fine. That one goes that way, that one goes this way. This one goes in there, that one goes out that way, and that is it. So let's go and put those in place. I will clear out this one point here, and now I'll have a look in terms of assigning construction Cornoe Hills. Let's make sure Cornoe Hills is assigned to start working over there. Oh, I didn't do this one. Let's quickly add this one to the mix here. Yeah, it has to be pretty tight like that given its angle. Let's do that. What I will also do, I will just pay for that slither of road there so that these guys can get in and get out. I don't know if they can. Anyway, we'll leave that as is. What we might do is we might get Cornoe Hills. Oh, Novogratz border road construction. Yeah, you can work on this. You can also work on that so that we have multiple, and you can work on that. So we've got multiple roads being constructed at the same time. You can also work on this one with the Lesa Cruz. So we're kind of coming at this from all angles. Okay. Now, that was a little bit costly, though we had a little bit of manpower spent, but hopefully that's going to be okay. Let's have a quick look over here. Who's waiting for what? Is it our new planning? It is probably our new planning that's causing all of this issue. So let's just quickly add some stuff in here to separate out all of these additional items that we've added. Right, so that should be separated out, I guess. Oh, I actually removed some stuff over here. Okay, so yeah, this will continue to be a bit of a challenge to deal with, I think. We'll leave that in place there. They should now all be... Okay, yeah, this is going to be a bit of a complex block all around. But anyway, hopefully... that means this guy can now move. Yeah. It's going to start moving. Yeah, beautiful. Okay, so that's okay. We've got some electricity problems somewhere in a few locations. I hope that's not a big deal or some kind of issue that's needing a resolution straight away. But okay, so this town is now, all of our road construction is starting. So starting the very early works here so that we can kind of make a start. Oh, hang on. Guess what we can do is we can run this guy as a bit of a loop and then come back in that way. Maybe that's a bit of an idea, even though this is going to be very tight over here. But anyway, let's not go into planning again. Okay, going back to where we were actually working at, right? So these items are very close to being concluded. Hopefully, it'll all happen very shortly. Should have lots and lots of everybody working on it, and then hopefully we will start seeing that we've got more workers ready to go over here. So, and this should mean that we have a little bit of, yeah, we definitely have. So this guy should be nice and full, right? Nice and full. And what I'm kind of wondering about is, do we go through this and say, okay, go through this and say, we don't need that much fabric here, right? So can we go and say, you're going to be 2%? I mean, 2% chemicals, 2%? Let's restart that again. So let's go and say chemicals 3%, fabric 2%, 0, food maybe 35%, clothing maybe 15%, and then we've got more of this. That's fine. Probably a reasonable amount of this, and then more of this and something else. So how much do we have? Three. Okay, so 35, that's 50, 60, 75, 85, 90, and 5. Okay, so we have room for 5 more. So I'm guessing maybe we go an extra 5 over there and see what that looks like. So these guys now have room for a little bit more here, and we don't necessarily want as much of that, right? And food, wow, food is low. Food is low. Food is low. Clothing, too much clothing. Too much clothing. Go down. Go down maybe 10% on clothing. And then what do we have with electronics? Yeah, so we want more electronics. So let's do 15% electronics, right? Get that nice and tight. Okay, beautiful. So now we've got room to maneuver. 84%, only 84. Okay, so with that in mind, let's just go back and see what this guy is doing. This guy is effectively trying to fill that up, right? How many vehicles do we have over here? Just the one. So can we grab a couple of extra vehicles to go over there? We should have. What are we actively building at the moment? So let's clear that out. Let's clear this out. Let's stop the rest of this and let's build those. We still have a few of those ready to go. And do we have dumpers? We have a lot of these. So let's stop this. Let's stop that. Got some dumpers. So let's get going back with the covered holes so that we can get those distribution items to work a little bit better. I'm happy to report significant construction activity going on our road networks. Yeah, beautiful. We'll need to pay for some of these rail, I'm sure. Anyway, keep going with the road network over here. Train is waiting too long. I guess this is our... Hang on. Let's have a look. Yeah. I know what the issue was. You were waiting for that guy to finish off its unloading. And now you can pop in there. Now, the issue with this, however... So you're going in all the way over there, and then you're going to wait there. We need a waiting spot in this location, but then you can't actually get out. Okay, can we? Let's try something. I want to try something. I want to see if I can squeeze in a bypass, or can we? I think it'll work. If we run it, I don't think it'll work. I mean, is that feasible? Okay, can we do it on the other side? This side seems seems like it may not work. So on the other side, yeah, we definitely have way more room on the other side. So if I did this and I did that, definitely room for a bypass. And we should have enough room in there as well. Let's trim it back just a little bit over here. And I want to just see if I can't naturally improve it a little bit. But that doesn't want to work. Okay, now, can we do it now? There are vehicles on this road. Okay. And let's just do that. Now, maybe what we do, instead of this, go back over there, let's clear out this signal here. And what I'm thinking is let's do that, right? So now we're definitely clear that we've got enough room here. That's a pretty pricey little piece. I'm going to pay for that ever so quickly, just so that we have a little bit of a kind of bypass lay-by just waiting to go. So the idea here is that we move our mixed signals in here and then in there, right? And then we put one of these in like so. Right, so that means that the train should come in, wait in this area, and then go through, and we effectively it's just a waiting spot for the train, so it doesn't stop everything else. Okay, good. Now these guys should be finishing off, right? We're waiting on literally a handful of work days, so we'll do that. Hopefully, with the extra capacity in here, we'll start seeing stuff be delivered from this area, right? Because we've got so much of this here that hopefully we're going to pop this in there. And what we can then do is we can then distribute it a little bit better or even export it. And I guess that's kind of the plan. If we export it, oh, look at that money. What happened with the money? Export of vehicles. I guess, was that another, let's just have a look. Was that another ship? I guess it was another ship. It was another ship that went out. So our money is looking much healthier now, even though we are still doing some minor imports and the likes. It is looking way, way healthier now. Okay, electricity problems will go away as we get to as we get to nuclear. To be honest, at the moment, we should have enough electricity with this power plant here, because I don't think this thing is even close to capacity in terms of its operation. Yeah, we're running at maybe a quarter of the capacity. The only issue we have is we're not actively running the rail. The power grid in there. So this power grid is all linked to our initial one, which is under strain. It doesn't seem to be under strain though. Oh, it's in the reconstruction? I don't want that. That's our issue. I'm gonna pay for this. I don't know what that cost us, but I'm paying for that. Reconstruction of electricity of these electricity infrastructure items is a bit of a challenge. If we don't do that properly and quickly, we end up having all kinds of other issues that we need to deal with. Okay, so I guess all of this is kind of working. These guys should be finishing off one by one now. This guy is done, and it's got people moving in straight away. So they should be able to use what they need, get everything they need and so on. This guy should finish off any minute now. That one's finished, and we're moving people in. This one is going to finish also, I believe. Come on. Needs a day or two more. This train has got no one on board. That one is finished, and people are moving in. I like it. And then this one has a little bit more to go. We've got the bowling alley ready. Let's just see. Do we have somewhere where the bowling alley can drop its stuff? No, we don't. So let's just have a look. This one was built for the distinct purpose of serving some of these. So let's quickly make sure we've got biological waste in here. This guy, where is your stuff going? Let's just check. Your stuff is going to both directions, actually. It's okay. So we may as well grab ourselves 1 or 2 containers of hazardous waste here as well. So we'll do something like that. And then what we will want to do is we'll just want to make sure that we're adding some pathways through here so we can kind of tie these things together. And we may want to do a similar thing over here. So let's grab this path, right? We're going to tie it in, kind of run over there. We will pay for that path there. Then what we will also do is we will, we want the big path to run out over that way. Oh no. Anyway, we'll have some basic paths running around this way. Okay, and we'll just pay for all of that. So presumably now you should be able to get your stuff somewhere. Really? You can't get it there? Oh, this is still being built? What is this? Is this not... What? Why is this... Let's just have a look. If I go from here... They're not working. These aren't working. Are they done? What's going on here? There's a glitch here. There's a glitch here. This isn't working. As a route, this does not seem to be working because they're not actively using that. Maybe we double check this again. Can I just double check that this is in fact connected? If we, let's do an upgrade there. And if we do an upgrade there and we pay for that upgrade and pay for that upgrade. Oh, they're still giving me this stuff? We've got people walking here? Why? I'm worried this isn't quite working. This should definitely be getting there. Okay, maybe I screwed things up here a little bit. So let's quickly do that, right? If I do this and I pay for removing this, right? And we redo it, probably get it a little tighter. Right, get rid of that. Okay, now let's try and get it nice and tight over there, and we pay for that, the little slither there. For some reason, it doesn't want to. Is it this thing that's broken? Just have a look at that again. Still a bit of an issue here. Maybe it's this part, but why is it doing the same thing on that side? What's happening on these guys? Right, they aren't doing the same thing, right? It's the same thing. They aren't doing it. I am gonna, let's redo. There's something funny here, right? If I click that and we, let's just get rid of the entire thing here. Something, I think there was something funny because it was under construction or something. We may have, oops. Okay, try that. We'll see about this. All of those. Okay, so let's pay for the deconstruction of this thing. Want to just make sure. Similarly, we can pay for that. Get rid of that. Okay, trim this back a little bit here as well, and pay for that. Yeah. Okay. Clear all of that out. Okay. Now. Run me a little path through here, right? We want to try and do something like that. Now, pay for that path. Now, we're paying for more paths than we should be paying for. Okay, so that should now all be working, right? Now, can we get this to go in there? And if we pay for that, is that going to work? It doesn't want to work. Does not want to work. Is there an issue with this thing? I don't know. I don't know what our plan should be here. This guy's got all kinds of people waiting to go on the bus here. Can't believe this isn't working. Honestly, I can't believe we're dealing with this. So if I were to, I'm going to try and do this one more time. If I try and do this as an upgrade, you're wondering if there's something wrong with this. If I do this as an upgrade, right? And I say, please guys, pay for that, get the upgrade done. It's still giving me that nonsense. I think there's something wrong here. And I don't know why. Honestly, I don't know why. That's just weird. Because everything else that we've tied in like that is working, and we're not continuing to get these issues. It's like it's failing. Something is failing. Some pathing thing is failing. And so this guy now is without the required issue. So who has and who does not have access to this? I think they all should have access. I'm kind of tempted that maybe if I squeeze by an extra path through here, right? So maybe the simplest way of doing this is just doing that, and at the same time do this, and even that. Oh yeah, look at that. Let's pay for all of those paths. It's doing the same thing. It's doing the same thing. There's something wrong with the paths. Okay, well, I'm going to leave the paths there now. We're not going to mess around with the paths anymore because it seems like it's just getting worse. I'll have to spend some time and money to kind of fix the whole pathing thing. The idea really for us to finish off the episode is to try and see where our situation is. I'm happy to see that food has come back. I want to see way more of these items, so we need a few more trucks over here, and I might buy some. I think I might just buy a couple over here. Grab me a few of these trucks. Give me just 2 more of those trucks. I know it's not really the plan, but I'm running out of patience with it. And now, what we should want to do, I want to kind of look at running directly from here as an export. Okay, so that is my current thinking. At the moment, we've got this as a local train distribution office, which is more local distributions than anything else. I want to see if we've got an opportunity. We've got an opportunity to do some other work. We need to finish some more stuff over here. Do we want another rail distribution office, or do we think the current exports option here is Novigrad Rail Exports? Okay, so we are exporting whatever we can pick up in other places, and we're exporting it directly. We certainly seem to have additional capacity here. We can add an extra track, and we can certainly add extra wagons. And so I'm thinking I'm going to bring over one of these guys, right? And then I'm going to buy another stack of them. And what we'll do is we'll effectively add this guy, right? So if I go over here, we've got it all paused, right? Where am I? Over here. If I say we're going to pop in here, Liverpool station, you're going to load that one and that one for exports. If it is above 60%, 50%, 60%, 50%, let's do 60%. 60%. Generally speaking, we're trying to low actually. Give ourselves a little more of a buffer when we're going to go. So let's go 60%. So over 60% electronics and electronic components, we'll be able to go and directly export them. Now, it's a pretty long journey. So 60% here would be 40, maybe 50 tons. Over 50 tons here would be exporting similar there. So once these gets to over 50 tons, we'll start seeing some of these tonnages going to exports. And hopefully that will resolve some of our monetary woes. Now, this guy is almost done, Melodoc Construction Office. This guy should be almost done. These have all got people moved in. Are they complaining about anything? Without jobs? Yeah, that's okay. This guy is without a job because it really can't get anywhere. It can't get to the train station. But the train station should have reasonable amounts of workers trying to get over here, right? We're still pretty low on these numbers, and hopefully we're starting to see these guys up the values here a little bit more, right? We're up at 45 now. Yeah, so it's slowly getting a little bit more. What is this guy? This guy is coming to bring a nice big batch of them in. So that's exactly the plan, right? We're bringing big batches of these guys in. I do wonder. I am so... Can I have a look at this guy, right? It's not even registering it as a path. So something is really funny. Oh, did I run? I don't know. Yeah, something is super funny here. Okay. So let's just clear these two out. It shouldn't be too pricey for us to just pay for that. Just need to figure this one out. Do that. What we did do is we did build an additional item here. Beautiful. Okay. So what I'm keen on doing is I'm going to copy all of this stuff over here. So what am I? Change workplace, all vehicles home. No, that's not what I'm after. I want to copy. This is what I want to do. I want to copy this over there, and I want to paste it right there. Okay. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to grab a few of our new vehicles. Just bring that in there. Okay. I think maybe we want one of these guys, right? One of these guys. Hopefully that'll pick it up. We definitely want at least one snowplow. We want at least one of the big container items, right? And so the question is, do we leave it there or do we do another big container? Or another snowplow. Let's get another snowplow into the mix. That should be pretty good for us. So let's fall back over here. And we'll move these items to come and work in this area. And now we have a small vehicle ready to go as well. Let's just make sure we are actively picking up from all of the areas, right? So that will see us pick up some stuff from these other areas, but it's however not quite reaching the it is reaching the valley. Yeah, well, let's just leave it with that. Okay, that should hopefully support us a little bit more in this area. So let's keep that going. Okay, beautiful. That's good. We did. Let's quickly see. Oh, I don't think we're in a position where that's going to start exporting just yet. We are working on the tunnel, which is good. And I guess there should be some construction activity over here. Yeah, there is some construction activity happening on the bridge as well. And we do want to check that we are also actively building. Roads are being built over here. Roads are being built over there. And certainly roads are being built over here. Good stuff. Good stuff. So our roads, and on this side, similarly, our roads are also being built over here. So we're building roads in from a different, all kinds of different directions to get it there. We haven't seen another issue here yet. So at the moment, looking pretty good. I don't think we can really expand things here at the moment. Okay. Is our bypass doing anything yet? Not quite yet, but all of this, I mean, this setup here, in my mind, is working so well. So well. And now also things are being moved out and being sent to other places. So hopefully that's, in the reasonable pace. I mean, these are kind of holding at the 27, 25, 26, 27 kind of range. So that's okay. I guess we should have another train coming in with, what is this guy doing? This guy is, oh, there we go. We're going to go and send out some electronic components. I like it. Now, if we actually want to sell electronic components, maybe a different question at the moment. I'm not sure we really want to. We'd rather just sell the electronics themselves. So we want to build up a nice big buffer of these vehicles. And then let's have a quick look. We do need to just make sure where our vehicle replacements is looking okay as well. We still have some. We probably need some more, right? Some of them may need to be replaced sooner rather than later. Mixers, cement mixers. Okay. So cement mixers and we do have snow plows. We kind of have a little bit of everything in place. We don't have rollers available or pavers. We don't need to replace them. Right. Yeah, we may need some of these guys as well. Okay, so let's get a few more kind of construction vehicles because we need a big stock of them anyway. So what we're after, buses. Buses are still okay. Yeah. We still have a number of buses available. We want, actually, before we do that, let's go with mixers first. At least 6 of them. Maybe even more. Let's go with 6 mixers, right? And then we'll go with maybe 4 of these guys. And what else? Pavers and rollers. Yeah, that's... we need some of these. We need some of the waste trucks. So let's grab 6 of them. And then maybe a couple of pavers and a couple of rollers. A couple of pavers, a couple of rollers, and then go again, right? I think that's okay. We've got covered hull. We're building the covered hulls now. Do we need refrigeration? Let's quickly just check. Or we still have, we still have a couple of refrigerator trucks standing by. Those guys, yeah, they're okay. Yeah, these trolley buses never going to work. The loggers, they're pretty old. So maybe let's grab a couple of loggers as well. These are all good. Prison buses. I'm not buying any new prison buses at the moment. Is there a prison bus we want to assign? I thought we did some other prison buses, or is this the new one? Anyway, I'm not gonna do that just yet. Water trucks. We actually have a water truck somewhere. Interesting. I didn't even know that. And then we've got some of these guys. Dry bulk. We're using so little. Okay, so let's just leave it at that. So that's updated here a little bit. Over here, we'll just continue building 1. So because that's kind of all we need. And then the wagons, we're just buying the wagons as we need them. Okay, I think the last thing I'm going to do, I'm going to try and improve this situation over here. So the first thing is we're going to create these as 2 ways. And what I will then do is I will rebuild these kind of ramps. Okay, so with no vehicles on the ramps right now, I'm going to quickly take off these little ramp sections here. Okay, I will pay for that, right? Got reasonable amounts of money to be able to do that. We're going to try and get rid of that quickly. Okay, so that's out of the way. Now, the plan is we want to make sure that we're getting access from all directions. So the first one is, let's just see what we can do here. If we were to do something like that, and then too steep of an incline, so let's switch that on and see what that looks like. If we go out there and then up here, okay, so that's working. And then similarly, we'll go about there and we'll tie you in like so. So what I'm actually keen on, I'm going to trim this section back. I may get rid of this. Okay. Trim that section back there, and we're going to tie you in like this, right? So there we go. So that side is done. Similarly, we'll need to do from this side going out that way, right? So we need to do maybe something like this. And then we need to do something like, really? Before? Yeah, there we go. Get you moving. And then similarly, we'll do, oh, actually, I'm going to redo those without the, just redo those things completely. I want to try and make sure I want to try and slip them off directly. Okay, so with that in mind, let's try and do this. Oh, no. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. Sorry. That was not, the intent wasn't to do that. Let's do this one. Pull that back just a tad. Yeah, it's a little tough over here. So we'll do that. Okay, fine. So basically we're doing the same thing over here. And then the idea is we'll go all the way like that and tying that one in. And similarly, we want to, there we go. That should be okay. And what we want to do is do that and do that. Right, beautiful. I will pay for that. So now we've got a full range of movements here. To be honest, we didn't need to have all of these one-way sections here. We could have just extended the others, but that's okay. So at least we've got the full range of movements at this interchange now, which complies a little bit better with our strategic planning in this area with this road connection. Even though we obviously don't have a very direct connection to that, it is like via this, via that, but it still gives us the connectivity. This should be done and should be working at 100%, and so we shouldn't have too many power issues now. But I guess what that is telling us is that the grid cannot accommodate the Vasistava extension, and the Vasistava extension will need to have a different power source to kind of serve it. And obviously, ultimately, it could be nuclear, but in the meantime, we may want to have a bit of a look at where our underground connections are coming from. So let's just have a quick look. So this one, we go underground. This one has got two big lines running in here. And then we've got another big line. So we've got one big line then running, towards that side, which is fine. And then we've got the other big line running this way, serving this area, going through there. Going through here and then stopping, right? We don't have, we have a split. Oh, we're adding power to it, right? But we're serving this side with, with the wrong grid, basically. So I guess what we should look at is to extend this grid, which is currently running up here. We should potentially extend that to go towards that area there in the distance. I think that's potentially the way to go. Where exactly we run through, I'm not sure yet. Right? Are we running through here? It could work to run through there, and it could bring. Yeah, so we might just have to have a look at some more high voltage power lines that could run through here. It'll have to go underground to be able to give us what we need. So let's quickly just switch all of those off and have a final look. So we do need to maybe just have a look. Are we running it? I'm just worried if we run it over here, there's no infrastructure out there. So for us to actually build it, oh, this is done. I like it. So at least we've got an extra connectivity done through here. I want to start the extension of these roads as well. But yeah, I'm kind of thinking maybe what we do is we run from here, we run up this way where we have infrastructure already, and then we start running it cross over here and then run it up here and cross over here and run, get our big transformers and stuff in this area where we can actually also include the nuclear power plant's power to tie it back into that area as well. So we'll need to run at least like 2 lines, maybe 3 lines up here, and then run similarly down that way. We could export. Oh, or do we need to run it anywhere else? We can just basically serve here and stop. Maybe we tie it in on this side so we can, double up when we have some power issues on this side as well. Okay, so I guess in the next episode, we'll have to start looking at the power grid to support our expansion, because at the moment we're only looking at the road and transport networks to do that. But yeah, a lot of stuff needing to happen. We're building some stuff out, and I do want to give the game a bit of a restart to see if I can't fix what we're seeing over here. But yeah, now at least we've got some vehicles that's picking some stuff up here as well. Okay, excellent, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed it, please hit that like button. Give me your naming suggestions in your comments down below. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.